What's going on? Welcome back, everybody, to the channel. Welcome back to another weekly live stream. Welcome back to the Carolina's Own Business Funding Made Easy live stream. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you like this content. On this channel, we help entrepreneurs and business owners get access to business and personal funding using our simple 5-step process. So we want to welcome you guys if you're new to the channel. If this is if you're not new, if you've been here for a while, if you're a subscriber to the channel, you watch this on the replay, make sure you hit the like button. It helps our content get out to a wider audience, and we appreciate our support and the love. Also, make sure you hit the notification bell so you get notified when we go live every week at Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. So welcome back, guys. I appreciate you for supporting, being a part of this movement. And welcome, man. We're gonna have a nice little chat today. As you guys come into the chat, let me know exactly what city, what state you're tapping in from. We're gonna get it going here in a minute, man. But you guys let me know where you're tapping in from, what city, what state. Appreciate all the support from last week, man. I was down in beautiful sunny Jamaica, so man, it was a great time, and I appreciate all the support. Just celebrating life, man, getting re-energized to bring you guys more content. Also, make sure you check out the vlogs. We got the vlogs going crazy. We got the vlogs doing numbers. TikTok, trying to do TikTok as well. Memphis is in the building. So we're just working, man. Queens, New York. We got Nevada in here. Also, for those of you who have not yet, make sure if you would like to attend our next one-day Business Funding Made Easy Masterclass, it is on April the 30th. So we pushed it up a week. We actually were slated for May 7th, but we pushed it up a week. So it's April 30th, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern. The general admission is free. All you need to do is text the letters EZ to 980-825-4360. General admission is free. If you have attended any of the previous masterclass, meaning you paid for general admission or VIP for our January class, our March class, or our November class, you are invited back free of charge for VIP. All you need to do is when you text the words EZ, let me know that you would like VIP access and put your name and email in, and we'll get you access. If you would like to attend, I highly recommend VIP because you get 2 extra hours. So you actually get an hour Q&A before the live stream, and you get an hour Q&A after the live stream, right? So you don't have to pay for consultations. You don't have to pay for hourly calls. It's included inside of the masterclass, all right? So make sure you get registered for that. That is going down Saturday, April the 30th. What's going on, Butch? Phoenix, Arizona is in the building. We got Belinda in the house, Birmingham, Alabama. What's going on? Sister Shy, Queens in the building. I appreciate everybody tapping in with me, family, man. I appreciate you. But if you're new to the stream, make sure you like this video. Like Kevin Samuel say, we got to get the likes up, man. We got to get the likes up, family. So, make sure y'all like this, share it out. What's going on? Bakersfield, California is in the building. But tonight I just wanted to kind of go through some things, address some things that can help you guys simplify business funding. Okay, business credit, business funding, help you simplify the process. Now, the name of the topic of tonight's live is business credit is easy, right? But truth be told, there are some nuances. There are some things that can be challenging. So I want to kind of address some of the challenges that I am currently seeing with students, people who reach out to us for help, and people who want to work with us to help them get funded. And so what I want to kind of do is just kind of paint a picture of the journey, the perfect journey, right? So if you're looking for funding and you are stuck along the way, here's kind of the perfect scenario for someone who's looking for funding. Let's just say you have a business, whether it's a landscaping business, whether it's a barbershop, whether you real estate wholesale, real estate flipping, buy and hold, maybe you own a tire shop, whatever type of business that you own, you're at the point where you have established your business. and now you're seeking funding. Okay. This could be business credit cards. This could be business term loans. This could be business lines of credit. This could also, even in some cases, be invoice factoring if you're a trucker or things like that. Those are some ways that you can get funding for your business. But what happens a lot of times, and what I see a lot of times, is things are not structured properly. And here's what I mean when I say they're not structured properly. You may have a Dun & Bradstreet number with, let's say, a business office address, right? You may have a virtual office address on Dun & Bradstreet, but on the Secretary of State, you have a home address, right? So let's say you have a tire shop and your home address is on Secretary of State, and your virtual address, your office address, or your commercial building address is on Dun & Bradstreet profile, right? So now what happens is when Dun & Bradstreet goes to cross-reference the business address on Secretary of State in your state, let's just say Florida, for example, now what happens is they have a lot of questions. They really can't verify the business address. So when you are setting up your entity, right? So when you're forming your LLC, or if you already have an LLC established, it is imperative that all information matches across the board. Meaning your business address needs to be the same on the Secretary of State. It needs to be the same on Dun & Brad. It needs to be the same on Business Experian and Business Equifax. Now, we talk a lot about the 2 NAV account strategy, right? That same business address should be inside of your NAV profiles, your paid NAV profiles. If you're not familiar with nav.com, I'll put a link in the description below. They have 2 different paid options. They have the Business Loan Builder Plan and they have the Business Boost Plan. Okay, the Business Loan Builder Plan gives you access to your SBSS score. Okay, the Business Boost Plan gives you access to all 3 of your business profiles, but you do not get your SBA, SBSS score. Okay, so you can put all that information in NAV, and NAV will then report that information to the bureaus. So that's one way that you can update your business profiles. Another way that you can update your business profiles, okay, is by updating your address with your net 30 vendors. So your Ulines, your Quills, all of the vendors that you have accounts open with, okay? Now, for those of you who have attended some of our previous masterclass, you know that we give away over 40, I believe 40 tier 1 vendors and over 50 or so tier 2 vendors, okay? What you want to start to do is keep a spreadsheet. And so for those of you who do come to the one-day masterclass and choose the VIP option, you will get access to the handouts, okay? You will get access to all the handouts, so all the dispute letters for credit repair. You get all of the tier 1, tier 2 trade line vendors that we have, as well as you get a coaching document. You get a Dropbox folder with all of the handouts, okay? So here's the problem. If your business information is not listed the same across the web, if it's not the same on Dun & Brad, if your website has something different, you can run into a lot of problems with approvals. More specifically, gas cards, and then some of the synchrony trade lines like the Lowe's, the Amazons, and things like that. Because what happens is LexisNexis, what they do, and this is directly what I've been told from LexisNexis, is they just do pulls from all the different data repositories. So they pull from Google, they pull from Yahoo, they pull from all the different data repositories. And what they do then is they just keep a database of all the information on your business. So the name of your business, the business phone number, the business address. Okay, but let's say you have a business address on Secretary of State that is a home address, and then you have a virtual office on Dun & Brad. Now you have 2 different addresses on LexisNexis. Now when you go to apply for that Sam's Club card and they can't verify your business address, that's because things don't match across the board. So that's why I honestly think when you are forming your LLC, when you're sitting down and you're coming up with the name, and you're filling out the Secretary of State paperwork, it is my wholehearted opinion that you should use a virtual address. Now, a lot of people argue me down about iPostal. I'm not against iPostal, but what tends to happen is if you use an iPostal location, just Google the address that you select and make sure it's not a storage facility, it's not a UPS store, PO box store, anything like that. Because if you're trying to get vendor credit, not bank funding, so not business credit cards, okay? If you're trying to get business credit cards, you may be good with a home address or some type of UPS store or anything like that. But if you're trying to get vendor credit, net 30s, net 14s, gas cards, they don't want to see any type of mail drop locations. When I say mail drop, I mean like UPS store, PO boxes, things like that. They want an actual physical business location. All right. So that's one big issue that you can run into pretty early on in your business funding journey. Now, home addresses, I want to address this as well. Home addresses, they do work for business, for bank funding. If you're using a home address on the Secretary of State and you're trying to get a business line of credit with a BB&T or a PNC, they don't really have issues with that as much as using a UPS store, PO box, etc. So if you're watching this on the replay, if you're having challenges getting approvals in 2022, I'm almost certain that you have some mismatched information on one of your business profiles, on your Secretary of State, on your Dun & Bradstreet, or even on your website or your LexisNexis profile. All right, so that's one thing that we can clean up on our business profiles to get more approvals. All right, now let's talk about personal credit. You need to be structuring your personal credit properly. And here's what I mean when I say properly. You want to make sure you have a good amount of revolving accounts, right? If you have a thin profile, meaning if you have less than 10 actual accounts on your profile, that is considered a thin, unfundable profile, right? So what you want to work on, and this is where I see a lot of people, is they will add authorized user accounts without adding primary accounts. If you are looking to get business funding and you're using your personal credit as a PG, you will need to structure your personal credit properly. So one of the ways that we teach on and what we touch on is having one tier one, two tier twos, and three tier threes. All right, so I'm gonna say that again because I know that may be like, what are you talking about? Tier one banks. Tier one banks are Bank of America, Chase, Wells Fargo, Citi. So you want to pick one tier one bank and have a revolving credit card, right? So like a Bank of America, Cash Rewards, personal credit card. Okay. So after that, what you want to do is you want to get one tier two. So you may want to go with like an American Express Platinum. That is a tier two, 100% high value card. All right. And that's one of my favorite travel cards, right? So you can go that route. Okay, so that's Bank of America 1, American Express 2, and then maybe add Discover 3. All right, so that's one tier 1, two tier 2s, and then three tier 3. So you could do like a True Lion Federal Credit Union. You could do, PenFed is great. Pennsylvania State Employees Credit Union, Navy Federal, of course. That would be your three tier threes. So again, I'm gonna repeat that. That is the structure. That is the crux, the basics of it. Now, as far as your mix, we're trying to get 10 primary accounts. So remember, with the credit unions, this is where we can double dip. I don't know why my lip is looking crazy. But the credit unions is where we can double dip. Okay? So the credit unions is where you can get a Penn Federal 15K, 20K personal credit card, and a personal line of credit for like 20K. So you can get 40K from PenFed, 20K from Navy. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. So you can get 20K from Navy. You could get let's just say 30K from PenFed, and then let's say you get another 20K from True Lion, and then let's say you get 5K from Amex, 5K from Discover, and 5K from Bank of America. All in total, the goal right now when you're structuring your personal credit, so this is just structure. We're not getting into credit repair yet. Structurally, you want to have these reporting in your personal name. I see too many people trying to get by with authorized user accounts. You cannot get, you can't maximize the amount of funding you get with authorized users only. You can use authorized users, but you can't use them only. You need primary accounts. All right. So remember, 1 tier 1, 2 tier 2s, and 3 tier 3s. All right. That is the basis of structuring our personal credit, and then we can mix in personal lines of credit, personal loans, mortgage, auto, etc. Some people try to go and buy a car to build a credit. In my personal opinion, I don't feel a car is an asset. Depending on how you are purchasing your primary home may not necessarily be an asset either. So I would stick to just the revolving accounts and then mix in the other type of credit after you get those, that 1 tier 1, 2 tier 2, 3 tier 3. All right. So that's what I would personally do. Now, here's the other flip side to your personal credit, right? Because remember, we're trying to simplify this. We're trying to make this as easy as possible. Remember, a lot of you guys, you're trying to get your first $20,000 approvable business credit card. A lot of you guys are trying to get that first, net 30 opened up. A lot of you guys are looking to get $100,000 in personal and business funding. So these are the steps that you need to be aware of and the things that you need to take care of up front so that your journey is smoother. You don't want to just go on YouTube and randomly just start applying for things and don't know what bureau they pull, right? If you don't know what bureau they pull, you don't know what what type of limits they offer. 3, you don't know, like with FNBO, a lot of people flock to FNBO, but they are notorious for slashy credit lines, right? Personal and business. And they are also notorious for freezing credit lines. Like basically, if you get a 20K line with FNBO, they are known for freezing those lines after a certain time frame. So you don't want to be random with this. You want to kind of have a strategy. You want to have some formulation to it, right? That's why I say business credit is easy when we follow the steps, okay? And for those of you who are thinking about coming to the Masterclass, I highly recommend you do VIP, but we go over this in detail at the one-day event. All right, so that's how you want to structure your personal credit, okay? Now let's talk a little bit about credit repair, right? Because we have to think through this logically, okay? I'm not a credit repair expert, right? We do help our students and our clients fix credit, right? We understand the process of getting negative items removed from your credit. But here's the problem with negative items disputes. People say freeze this bureau, freeze that bureau, freeze. But what you have to understand, if something is already negatively reporting on your credit, a bureau freeze won't necessarily help you in your dispute process. You have to understand that there is a minimum of 3 rounds for disputes. Minimum 3. It could be 4 to 6. Okay? So if you're working with a credit repair company and they tell you, hey, we can get things removed in 30 days, take it with a grain of salt. You're looking at more like 60 days. So if you have negative items on your credit, now may not necessarily be the best time to be applying for funding, right? Because a lot of people say, hey, I get denied. What credit score do I need? It's not about the credit score, family. So Slim Thick, it's not about the credit score. It's about the profile. The profile. Bank of America likes to see a relationship. They like to see us checking and savings. They like to see that you have, weekly, daily deposits. And then they also like to see that you have multiple accounts with them. So maybe 2 checking accounts, 1 savings, and then maybe like a personal credit card and a business account. Bank of America is like Chase. They want to see, they don't consider you a customer if you only have 1 product. If you have 1 to 2 products with Bank of America, Chase, they don't really consider you a customer, slim thick. So I would work on picking a tier 1 bank and just sticking with them, right? I know you guys don't like Wells, you don't like the big banks, but you just got to play ball. It's just one of those things. Now I'm with Bank of America pretty heavy, right? Personal, right? I know Noli said BOA is trash. You know, you can go with Chase. Wells is kind of, you know, I'm not the biggest Wells Fargo fan, but I understand that they are a tier 1 bank, and that having them on your profile, it helps. It helps more than it hurts. So I'll just say that. He said BOA is trash. I mean, that's an opinion, man. And I'm not saying that it's not valid. Don't get me wrong, but what you have to realize is it's a necessary evil, unfortunately. So yeah, slim thick queens. I would say credit score wise, 680, but it's more so the relationship. See, with Bank of America, let's say you have a 9 to 5, or maybe you're paying yourself out of your business account. What I would set up with Bank of America, Chase, Wells Fargo, Citi, I would set up a business account and a personal account. And what I would do is anytime I pay myself out of my business, I would pay it from my business account with Bank of America to my personal account. That's how I would do it. But you can do it however you want. Because now you're a customer. You have 2 accounts. You have a business account, personal account. Maybe you have a personal credit card, business credit card. If you got 3 businesses, you can get 3 business credit cards at Bank of America. Actually, you can get 12, because Bank of America has 4 business credit cards, and you can apply for each one of those for your business. You can run it up with Bank of America. Speaking from experience, Chase as well on the business side. Personal side, Chase is a little sensitive on the personal side, but on the business side, Chase is great. Regina said Wells Fargo has been good to me. Yeah, Wells is good. I mean, I have a personal credit card with Wells. I did bank with them for quite some time. But yeah, Wells is Wells. They have their own underwriting. They change their guidelines up pretty frequently. So you just kind of have to keep tabs on Wells. No lease 74 said I have a Chase business credit card. Okay, yeah, Chase is great. I have the Chase. What is it? The Chase Inc. I can't remember which Chase. It's the Chase Inc. business credit card. But just remember, guys, when you're disputing negative items on your personal credit, you want to craft a letter that speaks to the nature of the actual negative item that's reporting. That's the thing I wanted to kind of dispute. Don't tell them to remove anything from your credit report. In other words, what you want to start to do when you're crafting your letters is you want to ask identifying questions. Remember, everything has to be 100% accurate, 100% verifiable. Has to be both. It can't just be that it's accurate. It has to be verifiable. So you want to ask questions like, when was the last date? Can you provide the last date of activity from the creditor? Things like that. This charge off, can you provide, record that a 1099 was sent by January 31st? Things like that. Add those to your letter, right? Because these dispute tactics help you get things removed permanently, right? Not suppressed. Sometimes when you're disputing things on your credit reports, they get suppressed. So you think it's removed for good. They just remove it while they're doing the investigation. Then it pops back on a month or 2 later, and now you're trying to get funding from a Chase, and you get denied. Now, if you're working with a credit repair company and they tell you they can do credit sweeps and they can get things removed in 30 days, if they guarantee and they can get certain things off the credit report, just take it with a grain of salt, family. That's all I'm going to say. But when you come to the one-day masterclass, we actually teach you how to dispute anything on your personal credit report the proper way with the proper steps. All right. So just keep that in mind. All right. As you go along in your process. To make this simple, I'm just trying to simplify the process. Okay. But those are the things I just kind of wanted to touch on again. For those of you who are interested, we are having our one-day event next Saturday, April 30th. It's from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can text the letters EZ to 980-825-4360. Again, that's EZ to 980-825-4360 to get registered. For the masterclass, we do have two options. I just want to reiterate, if you choose general admission, you do not get handouts. So there are no handouts, there are no replays. You come to the event, you'll be inside of the Facebook group, you'll come, you'll listen, and then when it's over, you gotta take it and run with it, okay? If you sign up for VIP, you get an hour Q&A before the live stream. So you get an hour of networking and Q&A before the live stream at 9 a.m. And then you get an hour of Q&A or more after. So we'll probably go to about 4:30, about 5 o'clock after the live stream. All right, so just keep that in mind for those of you who are looking to come to the one-day master class. But other than that, family, those are just some things that kind of make things easier, right? If you distribute the items on your credit report properly, if you structure your personal credit properly, if you make sure you have everything reporting properly on your business profile. Another thing that I didn't mention tonight is you want to start to utilize your net 30 vendors. You have to use them, family. You can't, the days of just spending $50 bare minimum, those days are over. A lot of vendors pause reporting. You hear a lot about Quill doing this. Ulan's been pretty solid. I've even heard some people saying Crown Office Supplies is not reporting anymore. I don't know how true that is. But what you have to understand and realize is that these vendors, they pay to report these trade lines, right? So that's a cost to their business. And if you're not spending money with these vendors, then that it really doesn't benefit them in any way to report your trade line. So I would say if you're picking net 30 vendors, find vendors that you can utilize in your business. Okay. That's one of the things why I say, real estate is great for business credit because you can utilize Uline for Airbnb, you can utilize it for your rental property. You can utilize a Lowe's or Home Depot for flips. You can utilize Amazon for Airbnbs. You can utilize it for rental property. So there's so many different things that you can use this, business funding for. But the days of just spending $50-$60, I would say minimum right now, with any vendor account that you open, is going to be $80 to $100. And that's even including like Strategic Network Solutions, Summa Office Supplies, and a few of the other tier ones that we recommend in the link in the description. But other than that, family, spend money with the trade lines. Make sure you have all of your addresses, all of your business information reporting the same across the board on the online listings, on the Secretary of State, on Dun & Bradstreet. Okay, everything needs to match across the board. You don't want to be using PO boxes and UPS store boxes. You want to be using a physical location. All right. So other than that, let's get into a little bit of Q&A before we wrap up, family. I just wanted to kind of come on here tonight and just shed some light on some things while I'm seeing people getting denied for funding. A lot of students had questions about, why they're getting denied for certain types of funding. What questions do you guys got for me, man, before we get out of here? Also, who's coming to the next masterclass? Type masterclass in the description. If you're in the chat and you're coming to the masterclass, just type masterclass. I'm just curious to see who all is planning to come out next Saturday. All right, let's give it a minute. Let's see. I think we had a question earlier. Let's see. Yvonne said, can you repeat the tier 1 through 3 for credit cards? Yeah, so 1 tier 1, 2 tier 2s, and then 3 tier 3s. So a total of 6. You could do 1 Wells Fargo personal credit card. You could do Capital One and TD Bank, Discover, Amex. That's my favorite combo in tier 2. And then tier 3, you can do Pentagon Federal, Pennsylvania State Employees, and maybe like Navy Federal or Chevron Credit Union, Chevron Employee Credit Union, something like that. All right. Sam said, when I apply for credit and I put my business address as the mailing address, the lender keeps putting my personal name without business name on the envelope and is returned by UPS. What do you recommend? I will have to look at it, Sam. What specific vendor? The lender. What lender is putting your personal name without the business name? Just curious. Hey, what's going on, Nicole? Nicole said, what tier is PNC? PNC is more tier 2. PNC is more tier 2. Great for business, small businesses. They are a little quirky with their underwriting guidelines. You kind of got to fit into a box, which those of you who are working with, signing up for the one-on-one, we can kind of get into some of the PNC nuances and things to watch out and be mindful for. But they're more of a tier 2. They're more of a tier 2. Okay, Slim Through Queen says she coming to the Masterclass. Cool. Got a US Bank credit card for $10K. Dope. Let's keep it rolling, Rev. Coach Ursa said, I have 3 people interested. Please display where should text again. Thanks. Yeah, so it's just text right here. So it's text the letters EZ to 980-825-4360. Again, it's 980-825-4360. Also, I do want to mention, if you're watching this on the replay, or if you have if you would like to work with me and the team, more hand-in-hand, more on a one-on-one basis, shoot me an email at info@cbcanetwork.com. We are opening up our one-on-one slots for our program. So we're looking for 20 people that we can work with on a one-on-one basis. It's going to be helping you get to your first $250,000 in business funding. Okay, so this is just for 20 people. We're looking for 20 people. If we get more, great. But we're only looking to bring on 20 people. And what we're going to do is we're going to work with you over the next 8 to 10 weeks. We're going to work with you on your personal credit, so it's done with you, right? So we'll help you build a business profile. We'll help you with your personal credit. If you need to dispute things on your personal credit, we will help you with your rounds of funding, so you can get through your rounds of funding quicker. So we'll give you our direct contacts to all the banks and all the states that we work in, right? We'll help you, show you what programs they have, what programs you can get pretty easily and qualify for, and we'll help you dispute anything on your personal credit, business credit, whatever the case may be. So if you would like more information, or if you would like to work with our team one-on-one to help us get you to $250,000 in funding, just shoot me an email, and in the subject line, just put one-on-one. All right. Sorry for the commercial, guys. Let's get back to the Q&A. So Big Daddy B says, setting up a company again. Yeah, so are you talking about like steps, like step 1, step 2, step 3? Help me out, Big Daddy B. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Mo Money says, got approved for Sam's Club this morning. I was elated. Thank you for your knowledge. You're very, very welcome, man. It's, that's the thing, a lot of times, you just need a little bit of push, a little bit of direction. I like to come on the channel and help you guys. The goal with this channel is really just to help you get going, stay going, whatever you get off the path, you can get back on. So a lot of times, when you're getting approval, that's just, staying the course, staying locked in, coming to the weekly live streams every Wednesday, 8 p.m., ready to learn, ready to take action once we hop off the live. I always often say, action takers are money makers. So the more action that you take, the more approvals that you get, the easier this thing becomes. So I definitely salute you for that. My guy Rev said, I got Spectra Credit Union credit card, $5K. Okay. Right on. We got the P. Okay, Santana said you got the Pennsylvania State Employees Credit Union Founders Card, 20K. Nice. Pennsylvania is on fire right now. Mo Money said, I need a one-on-one. Yeah, just shoot me an email. Just shoot me an email, info@cbcanetwork.com. Okay, yeah, Rev, text me, man, so we can link, man, for sure. Yeah, just shoot me a text, Rev. I know we long overdue for that combo, brother. Belinda said, I'm in the process of repairing my personal credit and I've frozen my LexisNexis. Will that affect me applying for business credit? I would unfreeze it, Belinda. Freezing LexisNexis really has no bearing on your on your business credit. But you can freeze LexisNexis. There's some other ones that I would suggest suppressing if you're if you're put it like this, if you're freezing LexisNexis for the purpose of disputing negative personal credit items, I would not freeze LexisNexis. There's some other ones that I would freeze, Belinda. And when you come to the one-day masterclass, if I think you came to one before, we can kind of get into the ones I would suggest freezing in VIP. How much is the tip? Yeah, shoot me an email, Mo Money. We can break that down as well. Okay, yeah, Nicole, I know you came to the one-day masterclass. I got you on the list for sure. So yep. Sam Jackson, I sent you an email, but you never responded. Shin Harmon, yeah, I got you too. I saw that too, Shin. I got you. What's going on, John? Chicago Land is back in the building. What's going on? Say I got both my Synchrony credit lines increased. Amazon 15K, Lowe's 8K. Let's go. 15K. Yeah, I gotta apply for an increase on my Amazon, man. I'm behind, y'all. I apologize. Last week I was in vacay mode, man. I was not even thinking about work at all. Big Daddy B, okay, masterclass, dope. Are you doing VIP, Big Daddy B? I believe you already came to an event though, but either way, my guy K Business Podcast, what's happening? Sam, I will get back to you about that on the email about the pricing and everything. I don't want to make this live stream a commercial. That's why I'm not giving out prices or talking about that specific program. That's why I just want everybody to email me, and we'll kind of touch on that via email. Christian Hill said, I am opening a physical location salon, and a lot of banks companies are wanting a minimum amount of gross income. Are there any funding sources I can apply for now without that? You can do projected revenue, so you could get like a business plan. We use a business plan writer, like SBA business plan writer, who works with grant writers. So you could go grants, Christian. I guess my question to you, Christian, would be, what is the time frame? So, I believe you came to our first masterclass back in November. So definitely tap in with me for next Saturday's event. We can kind of deep dive into this question more. But just on the surface, you do have the grant option. It just takes a lot longer to get approved for grants right now because of so many people are applying for them. And then you also can do a business plan. So banks like BB&T, TD Bank, credit unions, community development and financial institutions, CDFIs, they will look at your business plan and they can if you could project 3 years of income and just kind of show a need for the salon in that area and how you can grow the business. Just have like it doesn't have to be 20-page business plan either. It can be 3, 5 max, just showing your 1 year, 3 year, and 5 year gross revenue projections. Use real numbers. So that's why I'm telling you, maybe get with a business plan writer, maybe go on Upwork and pay the $250 for the business plan, Christian, because it will serve you better as you start to go to local banks and credit unions and have those conversations. But you just have to have those conversations because they do want to see some they do want to see some projections, even if the business hasn't made $1. Now I will say, for startups, in certain industries, certain banks may not necessarily want to touch it. So, but we can, like I said, I know you attended our first masterclass back in November. So yeah, definitely tap in with me, and we can kind of get into that on VIP for sure. Okay, yeah, time frame 3 to 6 months. Yeah, if you got 3 to 6 months before you open the salon, we could probably do some things on the personal side until you could get, to the point of submitting a business plan and get some business funding. Law said, hi, I was approved for Quill and 2 Pilot J, and I was wondering what else you recommend. 2 NAV accounts, Uline, Crown Office, and Summa Office Supplies and Strategic Network Solutions. I just stick to the basics. Because you don't need a lot of net 30s if your goal is to get $200,000 in business funding. Most of your funding is going to come from banks. You don't need a lot of vendor accounts if you're trying to get, $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 in funding. You just need a few. You just need a handful. Hope that helps. Big Daddy B said, so step 1 is form the business, right? LLC, C Corp, S Corp. Step number 2 is you want to make sure that your business is bank compliant. Website, email with domain name. Make sure you got, business phone line. It's a local phone number. And if you can, use a office/share office space location. Step number 3, you want to make sure that your business is visible. You want to be listed on Google. You want to be listed on Yelp. You want to be listed on YP.com. You want to be listed on Google My Business and all the other online listing services. And then step number 4, you want to build small trade lines. So, we always talk about the 2 NAV account, the 80 payday strategy. So you got 2 NAV accounts, 2 gas cards, or you can do NTV tier 1. You can do 1 NAV account, and you can do Uline or Quill. All of those report to DNB. The main thing you want to do is build a profile, get about 3 to 4 trade lines. Remember, like I said, you don't need a lot. You just need about 3 to 4 trade lines on your profile, and then you want to move on to step 5. So step 5 in the process is where we actually reach out to local banks and credit unions to apply or start inquiring about funding. So we want to start having conversations, opening up our business account if we haven't done it in step 1, finding out what programs they offer, building relationships with the bankers. You want to either get with the branch manager or the vice president of business lending. Typically, that's the same person at most local banks. Usually the vice president of business lending is also the branch manager. But that's how you want to go about it, Big Daddy B. Hey, Brenda, Virginia's in the building. What's going on, VA? 2 up, 2 down, right up the road. Not too far from Carolinas. But yeah, fam, I appreciate you guys for tapping in to another Business Funding Made Easy live stream. As always, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you comment below. Let me know, what are your favorite business banks, right? Under the comments below, what are your favorite business banks, right? I talk a lot about Truist. You tell me who your favorite is, okay? Underneath the comments. Also, if you would like to come to the one-day masterclass, it is going to be April 30th. And all you need to do is text EZ to 980-825-4360. If you have attended and you previously attended any of our previous masterclasses in March, January, or November, you are invited back as VIP. All right. So, and if you would like to get the VIP option, we have options available for VIP for the masterclass as well. Yeah, True Lion is great, Nicole. Yeah, True Lion is definitely great. Love them. Belinda Hamilton said, so take some vitamin C, you might be coming down with the cold from that vacation. Yeah, possibly. But yeah, we're gonna get the vitamin C going. But yeah, family, just keep working. Like I said, for those of you, shoot me an email if you got interest in, working with me on one-on-one. We'll probably do another live stream kind of covering what's all entails. But I like to get value on these, so I don't really like to make these into commercials, right? Because that's not what these are for. But again, just shoot me an email if you got interest in working on the one-on-one. My guy said every masterclass I seem to be working. Shucks. Yeah, I mean, they're recorded. They're recorded, Shy. So I mean, it's, you got access to the recordings too. What up, homie? We never spoke. Yeah, just shoot me an email, please. Read a D book. Not sure. I thought I replied to you. I thought we communicated via email. Was the email you were speaking of? I'm not sure. But yeah, other than that, family, I appreciate you guys again. Thank you for tuning into another weekly live stream. We have these live streams every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, family. We'll be back next week. And as always, make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. It helps our content get out to a wider audience, and we appreciate all the support. I'm going to get out of here. Hold on. We got one last question. I'm going to get out of here. What's the deal with Experian Business updated reports? They're just backlog. Big Sip. It's just COVID. There's really no real explanation, man. What's the email to get the one-on-one? Right here, Pedro. So info@cbcanetwork.com. Right. So info@cbcanetwork.com. Yep. That's it right there, my brother. Yep. Oh man, 2 likes. That's crazy. Y'all gotta show me more love than that, man. I know I'm worth more than 2 likes, man. Come on, family. I know I'm worth more than 2 likes. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for rocking with me. We'll be back next week. And you guys have a great evening. Keep getting approvals. And I want to know in the comments below, if you're watching this on the replay, what's your favorite business bank? And I want to know why. Why do you like them? Do they have 0% interest credit cards? Do they offer no-dot business lines of credit? Do they do startup funding? What's your favorite and why? All right, family. I'm going to get out of here, and we'll see you guys next week, 8 p.m. Peace.